Oh, good morning, Mrs. Jackson.
How much are these, Mr. Arkwright?
Oh, that'll be nine. That'll be nine. That'll be nine. Oh, give us a shilling. Granville, how do you spell pepper? Is it 6 P's or 7?
How do, Granville?
Prices what? Granville, fetch your cloth. We're not reducing things all that much, so you have no right to go having us a slash on that window. There's enough dirt on there to fill the black hole of the black hole of the black hole of the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. It's very hard work, you know, being an engaged person and trying to run a business at the same time. Yeah. Your mind tends to wander to other things.
Firelighters?
No. It's going to be fine and bright. Didn't you hear the weather forecast?
The 4-4 forecast, that's 3 4s are 12. Don't you mean the weather 12 cast?
Yeah.
There you are, Granville.
Are you still doing Open University?
Yes.
Oh, maybe I could come round one night and we could talk about contemporary themes in literature and you could wear that short dress. You know, when old Blue Eyes sings about the wee small hours of the morning, it's obvious he never works in a shop.
I know your sort. If I didn't turf you out of bed of a morning, you'd be lying around there while gone 7. You look to me as if you could do with a good night's sleep.
Aye, I could, but we always have to get up in the middle of it.
Listen, you can't be lying in bed with customers passing the door. Have you no sense of avarice, lad?
Why is it I never get involved in these powerful little human dramas, eh? I mean, it's not as though I'm not available. I mean, you think the word would get about that here I am on the threshold of manhood, willing to be coaxed out of me bicycle clips? I mean, I could be lured away from stacking carrots by the first determined, mature woman to come along. Well, practically the first, isn't it?
I have difficulty formulating my words.
Really? I'm sure it's not noticeable.
There you go.
The times I've tried to persuade her to allow me to become a private patient. You think I'd be allowed to boop her now we're engaged?
By the time I'm finished, all the talent's either fixed up, washing its hair, or gone to bed.
You poor love. What you need is a sympathetic married woman. Or better still, a sympathetic ex-married woman.
And a quarter of a mixed sweet. Thank you very much.
Are you having treatment for that?
For what?
Your impediment.
I haven't got an impediment. Does me all the heart good to think of her up there at this very moment. Alone in that huge bed, with ample room for this small private grocer. Sleeping the sleep of the only just.
The only just?
Yeah, I made a little progress last night with the aid of some Cyprus sherry. She's still sticking to her principles, but only just. Well, whether or not you retain that lofty position depends entirely, you may be surprised to learn, on how fast you can shift your genuine Jamaican ginger cake.
But I can shift it faster than you can say it. Here, genuine Jamaican ginger cakes? I mean genuine? They've never been anywhere near Jamaica.
What's that got to do with it? We sell Mars bars, don't we?
Your trouble is that you don't think I can do anything right.
You know, you could lose most of your basic equipment standing right here.
Don't just try to sell him something. Talk to him about his dreams and his aspirations.
See, they've got the drains up again outside the slaughterhouse.
No, she always had a ready smile, and she certainly enjoyed life.
Did you get on well together?
Oh, yes. We got on fine together. She always used to wave to me when she went past in a gentleman's car, sometimes with both feet. If only the nurse had a more respectable job.
Well, nursing's respectable.
Well, you never know what they've had hold of, do you? You know, I see her come out of there like a small, highly trained panzer division, and my heart lifts. Every time I think about her, I feel as if I'm paddling barefoot through loose change. Well, come on, you're not playing the Warsaw Concerto. Get it in.
Oh, I don't like it's dangerous.
Oh, you big girl's blouse. Give it here. Now, what's the...
Mother had the American Army during the war.
Not all of them, I trust.
I was wondering if you could give me directions to Abercorn Street.
Give you? Give you directions to Abercorn? I can sell you directions to Abercorn Street.
It's the wife that decided I was a dedicated do-it-yourselfer.
Oh, that explains it, yeah.
Left to my own devices, I'm more your keen amateur idol beggar.
We can't hold any sort of conversation without you dragging me mother into it. Why don't you leave her alone? Eh? At least she wasn't money grabbing all the time.
No, I heard she was very reasonable.
She wasn't just out for what she could get.
No, but she always got what she went out for.
Oh, where did I go wrong, eh? I mean, you know, I could have been anything, couldn't I, eh? I could have been a captain in the Paris. Or a one-parent family. could have been an astronaut. Do you know what that sound is? You know what that is?
Yes, I do. That's the fight bell. It means a second's out and let's get some more money in the blue corner.
No, that is life passing us by. That is mortality, old age, sickness, death.
Now, listen, Sammy, order.
Look at the time.
You look at what you want, I'll look at what I
I believe in, you know, music and art and literature.
want. You don't believe in anything real, do you?
Yeah, they're real.
No, they're not. No, they're not. Not to us. They're only real to people like teachers who don't have to work for a living.
Anyway, the milkwoman reckons I've got gypsy-looking eyes.
Oh, yeah. Neither taxed nor insured, I know.
Go home.
What, I just wanted to check on your bread order. Is it 2 large whites?
You don't get much for your money these days.
Oh, but then you never did, you see. It's just that the much you didn't get then was mucher than the much you don't get so much of now. I know, I can't understand it either. That's the idea. Oh. Well done, and you certainly have been.
Who's this one for?
Number 11.
You got 111 written down here.
Oh, heck, I've started stuttering in writing now. How's your mum today?
He's fine, thank you.
Well, Mrs. Featherstone...
Call me Delphine.
Delphine? We've got some tinned fruit, call that, somewhere.
If he's not under me feet, he's down at that British Legion Club, trying to drink his way back through the Second World War. I wouldn't mind, but he only got as far as Aldershot. Yeah. They come at 9 o'clock on Thursday night with an ambulance and took him away. They're all expecting him back, but I told her. He looks yellow to me. That means kidneys. I wouldn't give you tuppence for his kidneys. How much is your boiled ham?
Well, it's a bit more expensive than his kidneys.
And speaking of a bit of choice stuff, have you seen her round at 87 lately?
87? Bear burglars! I saw it going off the rails. It all started when we had
It's no good. You know I can't understand Morse code.
I'm trying to say BBC 2. That's what I'm trying to say. That'll be 97p, love. Thank you. Oh, don't bother about the 3p. You can owe it me.
Oh, that.
Oh. They're coming from far and wide. It says here that the Scotland Yard are looking for a very small man with one eye. If he's that small, you think they use both eyes,
Look at me. I'm stuck here slicing bacon and my life is trickling away. I don't suppose I shall ever be cited in a divorce case.
You'll be short-sighted if you are.
Don't start dragging my mother into this.
Why not? She was always being dragged into things. Bushes, mainly.
You think I'll ever find the time to get married?
Why bother? Eh? Why bother? Your father never did. Oh. It's just I get this impression that you've been doing yourself up a bit.
Cheeky devil. You make me sound like a condemned shed.
Well, just you remember, you're my condemned shed.
You know your inside leg?
As well as anybody.